Alright. So what you're going to notice first is that they're going to manually aim for some of these targets because the HUD does a little warm-up animation, so you can't target for 3 seconds. Oh, okay. So Tom was close enough to the computer in order for his location to be changed. MLS was not, so he has to move. Sometimes cutscenes will warp you to their intended location depending on where you are. And what Tom does over here is called the scan dash. Using either the scan visor or the combat visor, the game intends for you to dash around or while targeting your enemy, so that you can dodge their attacks. But if you let go of L during the dash, you can keep all of your speed. So yeah, the reason scan dashing works the way it does is because this game has a speed cap forward, backwards, and both directions vertically. It does not have a speed cap sideways. Okay, what Tom's doing here is he's doing 2 bomb jumps in order to avoid an elevator. Wow, that was good. Okay, that bomb jump is very difficult, so... And it doesn't save much time, so many runners opt to not do it, but Tom managed to do a very good job with it. Alright. One little tech to talk about before coming up to the Parasite Queen. Normally you're only supposed to be able to fire like 1 missile every second or 2. But if you hold C up, what happens is it resets Samus's arm cannon, so you can fire instead like 3 missiles per second. And then for the Parasite Queen, normally you're supposed to scan her, and then you'll be able to lock onto her weak point, which is her mouth, which deals triple damage. But you can just aim up and kill her that way instead by doing rapid fire missiles. So yeah, now we're leaving Frigate. Frigate is mainly intended to be a tutorial for newer or for players who are just starting off the game. Teaches them just how to use basic basic moves, jumping, using charge beam missiles, scanning, locking on, just all the basic techniques you need before you go on to Talon. Another thing to note during this is there are different types of movement have different speeds. So you see some of them morphing as they're like going down a hill, for example. Morph Ball has about like, or was it Morph Ball is faster than walking. Basically in order, it's walking while holding L jumping, which I'll explain in a bit. Morph Ball, Scan Dash, Boost Ball. Morphing, however, is slower if you're going up a slope. So, what you see MLS doing is something called an L jump. When you jump, you slow your speed and then it'll speed up. But if you hold L during the part where you slow down, your speed is locked to the original speed of the jump, and then you let go of L, so the only thing you get is you speed up. You don't slow down in any way during your jump. Alright, so Tom is now going to lose all of his items. He's going to lose Various Suit, Charge Beam, Grapple Beam, Missiles, Morph Ball, and Bombs. There is a wall crawl you can do to skip this cutscene. Wall crawl meaning a way of getting out of bounds. But unfortunately, there is another trigger that says you lose all your items when you land on Talon 4. So even though the wall crawl is faster and we do it in runs now, or some people opt to do them in runs, you still lose your items anyway. Alright, so Tom got out in about 4:20. And 407 for MLS. Alright, so not bad. It's funny how the when Samus jumps on the ship, it's scaled to be like 3 times or twice as big as it normally is, and then it's scaled back later. Okay, so this is one of the biggest sequence breaks in the game that Tom is about to do, called Space Jump First. So you just do a scan dash over to the right to land on the platform that you need to get up to in order to get Space Jump. Normally, you're supposed to get a few items, get Boost Ball, and then go back to Talon to get Space Jump, and then go all the way back to Phendrana to get Wave Beam. But you get Space Jump first, and it just breaks open the intro to this game, as you'll see in a little while. So, now we're in Chozo Ruins. The first thing Tom needs to go get is missiles. But he's not going to go get the missile launcher and fight Hive Mecha, because that's really slow. Instead, since you have Space Jump, you can just do a double jump up here and grab a missile expansion. And the only difference between a missile expansion and the missile launcher is a fancy cutscene. So, he has 5 fully functioning missiles right now. Oh yeah, and he's getting that energy tank so he doesn't die later. So yeah, Tom did a scan dash over a trigger to skip this fight with the Beetles. Well, he's getting to it now, but yeah, you can just jump out. Bye. Alright, so it looks like MLS got the E-Tank as well. Yeah, you're supposed to use an L jump or you need to use an L jump in order to get up there. Doing just a normal double jump, you won't make it. Yeah, having the extra speed from holding L gives you a lot of extra distance. One thing to note is these guys are playing on version 0-00 NTSC. So what some of the later versions patched, like for example, Player's Choice, you can't scan dash anymore. They fixed that. And another really big thing is Plasma Beam door is locked until you get Grapple Beam, so you cannot get Plasma Beam without Grapple in Player's Choice. Okay, so Tom is firing a missile at that safe station. That is very important coming up within about 20-25 minutes. Alright, so Tom is now coming up to the incinerator drone. This fight is RNG dependent. So what happens is incinerator drone will pop up his weak spot every 8 to 13 seconds for the first one, and for the other 3 is 15 to 25. As going back on version differences now, the PAL version just has extra power bomb blockades in certain spots like Plasma Beam door. And the other thing is you can skip some extra cutscenes. As for the Wii versions, the trilogy versions, they are completely different. You end up having Spring Ball for those, and a lot of the stuff I mentioned earlier is also patched, so trilogy version is just completely different run, and is also categorized as a different category. Yeah, there are a variety of differences on the PAL version. I'm just noting the ones that I personally know about. Alright, so Tom just finished Incinerator Drone. We like to call this guy Zoid because the developer who created this boss is named Zoid, and he likes RNG. Thanks, Zoid. Essence has more energy. Elemental damage is calculated a little bit differently in the PAL version. And I believe in the Japanese version it's calculated a bit differently as well. So there's a puzzle here that Tom skipped, which is charging up the energy core. And skipping this puzzle means he's going to go out of bounds later, and I'll explain out of bounds once it happens. But now Tom is on his way to go fight Flagra and get Varia's suit. So yeah, normally you're supposed to scan, there are 4 scan points you need to fully scan in order for this door to open, but you can just do a bomb jump over it. One big thing is actually 0-01, which is the first patch for Metroid Prime. That version has an invisible wall over that, and that's one of the first things ever fixed. The only thing is, we don't know what else is different in 0-01 because that version is extremely rare. Alright, so this fight is interesting. It's mostly cutscenes, but how you actually damage Flagra is interesting. These bomb slots are programmed a little bit weird. They're programmed more as damage, or what do you call it? They're programmed more as like damage triggers that you need to hit with bombs. So normally you're supposed to shoot up the mirrors, and then the vine will go away. But you can just space jump over to the side and lay a bomb there.
And when you do that, you'll trigger the bomb slot.
Yeah. Also, Flagra is a little weird here. Normally Flagra's supposed to go back into the flower and come out, but instead she just attacks you where you're supposed to be at at the end of the cutscene. So, yep, MLS, as well as Tom, both of them opted for a safety save for an upcoming trick that allows them to get the artifact a while early. This saves a lot of time, and if they fail it, they'll either reset and start again heading to Flagra, or they will get Spider Ball and Super Missiles, which is very time-consuming. Yeah, most bomb slots are considered active only when you're inside the bomb. when you're actually morphed inside, but for some reason this the ones for Flagra are always considered active. Okay, so Tom is coming up to a trick that we call Early Wild. What you can do is that you can wedge yourself against a corner and lay bombs in a rhythm. Essentially what going into a corner does is allows you to allows you to have the bomb timer refresh, so you can essentially do an infinite bomb jump. And he got it. Yeah, that is a one-shot trick. If you fail that and fall, you're not getting back up. Alright, so now for a ghost fight. Ghosts are pretty random in how they act. But the basic thing is they'll appear and then you can shoot them with a charged power beam. If you manage to interrupt their dash at the right time, then the ghosts will be stun locked, and you can do this until they're completely dead. But chaining is pretty difficult. Where they appear and what attacks they do is are completely random. Oh, and how long they stay invisible is also random. So yeah, Tom now just got the artifact of Wild, and being in that specific position, he got the artifact, and didn't have to watch the cutscene where the vines disappear. One little thing about that is if you skip that cutscene, those vines will never disappear. So for any reason, if you need to go back through that room, you can't. Good luck. Luckily in this route you don't have to, so yeah, he skipped the cutscene. Alright, so normally you're supposed to look and see where this artifact is with X-ray visor, but we already know where it is. And then you're supposed to fire a super missile at it, but for some reason apparently 2 normal shots work as well. Okay, about their timers, Metroid Prime is optimized by in-game time, so usually you try to have the timer start when you first gain control of Samus. But for some reason, these 2 timers are not lined up, and you know that's just part of the fact that we don't go by real time. Speaking of in-game time, the in-game timer only works when you are in control of Samus. So cutscenes, picking up items, none of that actually affects the in-game time. We are going by real time in this race, so there are going to be some strats that are done or some cutscenes that we usually don't skip. Oh wow, Tom's not getting that E-Tank. That E-Tank takes about 11 seconds to get, but is very helpful to have later on in the run. And Tom is opting to skip it, so hopefully he'll be okay later on in the run. Oh, what MLS is doing is he's doing a different type of early wild. He's doing what's called floaty jump. And when you go out of bounds, I believe it's based off like after what's happening is because there was the poison water and now there's not. Going in water out of bounds like this puts you in a state called floaty, and it allows you to have just really high jump. So right now he's trying to wait for the game to give him a jump. Essentially, out of bounds, every room is surrounded by a box. And what's he doing? He's ether jumping. Okay, I guess it's time to explain ether jumping. Every room is surrounded by a box. And inside that box you have normal physics. You can jump, move around, but when you're in what's called ether, which is outside of these invisible boxes, the game thinks, or the game kind of has you in a floating state. You can jump, or no, you can't jump. You can move around, but you can't jump. And the game is very, very slowly having you float upwards. And if you go in and out of the box, you have a 3-frame window to jump. So if you go into ether, leave ether, you have a 3-frame window to jump, and then you need to go back in ether. And chaining those together can be very difficult. So now MLS has floaty jump. The important thing in floaty is to make sure that you do not touch water. If you touch water, you lose floaty. But he hit the trigger and doesn't need to worry about it anymore. So if he touches water now, he's fine. And it's actually preferred to touch water, because you don't want this state forever. Yeah. One more thing about ether jumping is he went into the corner of a box so that if you fail an ether jump, you start falling. And if you fall, you lose complete control. So if you fall and fail an ether jump, you land back into ether, so it's not as punishing if you fail. Alright, so what Tom is doing here is he's going to be getting the wave beam and the artifact of sun at the same time. But first he needs to go out of bounds. So what he's doing there is he's making sure the game is in the next room, and then deloading shorelines. The reason why you need to deload that room is if you don't, the game will crash. And basically what you're doing is you're hitting a bunch of invisible load triggers, and then you need to also transition the rooms by being on top of the doors and jumping. So he's trying to he wants to make sure that that he's in the room after the one he's currently in. He wants to make the game think that, because now both the room he's in and the wave beam room are loaded. And so he's going to start a trick soon called infinite speed. Basically for infinite speed, Tom is getting stuck up against the wall and it's holding a specific direction. And what happens here when he's holding that specific direction is Samus is going to start getting faster and faster and faster until the point where the game cannot handle the value of how fast Samus is going, because that morph ball is continuing to speed up, and it's going to speed up infinitely until pretty much the game writes the value as infinite, and Samus loses her morph ball shell, and this has some very interesting effects. When you're in the state of infinite speed, if you boost, you touch pretty much most of the interactable actors at once. So enemies, artifacts, items. So when infinite speed is active and he boosts here, he's going to touch the artifact of sun, and then I believe a frame later he's going to touch the wave beam. And this is why 2 cutscenes are active. He activated both the cutscene that got him the wave beam and the cutscene with the boss fight, and that's why there are 2 Samuses. So it doesn't show that he got the artifact of sun, but he does have it. So all he needs to do is leave Phendrana. Alright, so normally you're supposed to open up a, you're supposed to use Boost Ball to put down a bridge, but what Tom just did is dash across instead. Dashing breaks open a lot of aspects of this game. That fall in lava, I believe, was intentional. In this game, because there are load triggers throughout that you need to hit in order for doors to open, sometimes going to the door fastest is not the fastest way to go about because you gotta wait for the room to load. So what you can do is instead, or what you do instead is head for the load trigger, and that will allow you to actually get into the room faster because it's loaded. Ooh! Yeah, Tom dies, so he's going to be all the way back before Flagra. So yeah, this is the E-Tank I was mentioning earlier. MLS decided to get it.
Hello.
Hey GCR, let me give you a link.
God.
Yes, I'm in.
You have the commentary stream?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay, yeah, that way, what we say will want.
So what did I miss?
Tom dying.
Okay. Did Tom skip the puzzle?
Yes, yes he did. So we'll be explaining that later. I explained quite a bit of Out of Bounds because Tom did Wave Sun and MLS did Floaty, and with some ether jumping. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tom is now a good deal behind because of that.
I think he can catch up.
Yeah.
Makes the race a little more interesting now because they're a little closer.
Oh, for sure.
Because I didn't catch up where he was when he died.
He was heading to Talon to go get Life Giver. So go to Talon and Chozo to get back to Life Giver, and then Magma will IS. But he's got a lot of ground now.
It's kind of interesting to see because MLSTRM last night just got his first single segment run. So.
Yes, yeah. So congratulations to MLSTRM for getting his first single. Do you remember what time it was?
Congrats.
I think it was a 151.
151, yeah. Usually you start seeing people being able to get single segment runs around the 150 to 2 hour mark, so congratulations to him.
I could tell he was like, I wasn't watching, but I was listening, and I could tell he was just freaking out. He's like, come on. It was kind of funny.
Such a bad supporter, DCR.
Huh?
Hold on.
You don't even watch streams.
I was watching.
Do you know who I am?
Yes.
No! DCR!
Alright, so it looks like Maelstrom is going inbounds, which for his skill level is definitely recommended. Wave Sun is an easy wall crawl, but it can be pretty simple to screw up. Thankfully, there aren't too many rooms in the wall crawl, but for beginners, I would not recommend it. Even I struggle with it, as evident in my PB.
Sorry, a little bit of emergency I need to.
It's fine.
All right.
Tom gets the early wild again. Good.
Alright, so how this fight works is, you need to destroy all the baby Sheegoths, which the weak point is their back. And after you destroy the baby Sheegoths, you get the big Sheegoth to appear. The thing with the big Sheegoth is, first, the big Sheegoth is weak to bombs. But if you time the bombs to stun her correctly, and then target a certain place with missiles, the missiles deal like triple damage. And you can take her. An optimal fight, you can take out Mama Sheegoth with like 3 to 5 missiles.
Yeah, I think I've pulled it off like once or twice. It's kind of nice when you get it. And this mostly is for 100%, because if you do Wave Sun, you don't have to fight the Sheegoth.
Also, there's a few boxes you don't want to get destroyed in order to do infinite speed and get the artifact of sun.
Yeah, it's the old early Sun route,
Yeah.
which I did for a while.
Yeah, and Maelstrom is doing the inbounds route of Wave and Sun, so he's not doing what Tom did.
It's definitely worth it to do that method if you're starting out, because Wave Sun, although it is a short wall crawl, can be tricky and you can fall down. And falling down in Vindrana shorelines is always a lot of fun to recover.
He didn't open the...
Oh, did he open the...
Oh, I hope you open the door.
No, he didn't open the door.
Uh-oh.
He never shot the door with the wave beam.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
So that's Prime for you guys.
Yeah, if he didn't open that door, he's going to be stuck.
Oh, I think he saw. Okay, he heard us. Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. If he did not open that door, then he would have been screwed.
And he would have to start over from Chozo Ruins, like Tom did.
Right. That's good to know.
That is really good.
This was thanks to me, guys. If it wasn't for me, give me my money. Oh, by the way, the winner gets $100 from Voliero. That's me. I'm gonna donate $100 to the winner of this tournament. FYI, everyone.
I would have practiced a lot more if I knew that.
Alright, so me, right?
I told you guys like a week before.
Come on, don't you know that the final round's gonna be me and Tom? Totally gonna beat Justin. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm just
Alright.
saying, like...
I got a tough bracket
$100.
coming up.
So, the reason why not shooting that wave door is so bad is you can't unmorph in the state of infinite speed. If you do, your beams don't work. And then your camera's all messed up. And you're screwed. So,
yeah,
it is a very good thing he caught that he didn't hit the door.
That's just as bad as doing Wave Sun, getting back in bounds by accident, and then forgetting to shoot the ice, and then going to do early Sun, the old way. I did that once, and I was soft locked because you have infinite speed, and there's a ice wall in front of you. You can't break it.
And that, guys, is life in a nutshell.
So don't do that.
Can someone ban Hubert?
So the nice thing about this infinite speed that Maelstrom did is that he can get a free missile expansion in Shorelines
Yeah.
without wasting too much time. Actually, it saves
you-
in-game time, not real time.
You need missiles, quite a few missiles later on in the run. So being able to get a free missile expansion here just by boosting is good. The thing is, he needs to be very careful. If he boosts too early entering this room with too much loaded at once, the game will crash.
Also, there's 2 missiles in the shorelines, and he only got the one at the bottom level, not the one in the tower.
Yeah,
I
for
believe.
some reason you can't get that one with FS speed.
I guess it's combined to the height of your morph. Like it's the same thing with the wave beam and the
I
stun
don't,
artifact.
Oh, unmorphing during infinite speed, the only way you can actually cancel the effects is by walking into a cutscene. So that elevator is the perfect way to stop it. And the way Tom did it when doing Wave Sun is the Wave Beam cutscene.
yeah, I've actually when I did the old route, old early sun. I used to actually. It was once I actually boosted and I came up the elevator. Fun.
Are you coming back to Prime DCR?
I already have.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be on my meme accounts.
Yeah, my next goal is to about Xanthian. He broke the tie, so I gotta break his time.
Alright, this is another race going on, guys.
No, well, not in the tournament, unfortunately.
No.
It's gonna be a race. I don't give up.
But yeah, as I was saying, the brackets. My bracket that I'm part of is kind of difficult after my first. Like I got good people like 104, then 59 and 55. It's like yeah.
Good luck. If you win,
I'll take the Icefire loss.
okay, let
Alright,
me tell you
so-
this. If you win, I'm sorry. You know what? Go.
Maelstrom is heading back to Talon. Kind of playing it safe in order to not die here, because if you go really quickly, you can lose a lot of health then. As you saw earlier, Tom died from not being careful and not
Seeing
getting
this-
that safety tank as well.
Seeing this
Which he decided
area,
not to get again.
yeah, when someone goes to this area really fast, though, it's really nice looking. It's really clean.
If you have more than one energy tank, you can always dash through the lava, and that's why it's always efficient to have the safety tank that you get in the tunnel when you go to Fendrana in Magma Caverns.
Yeah, so a lot of movement, a lot of movement is not only just knowing when's the right time to morph, when's the right time to use boost ball or scan dash. It's also important to manage your health.
Yes. Kind of like
Tom
me.
Tom is back to doing Wave Sun.
Like I am poor at managing my health once I get too far from Drana. So many times I've had close calls. I almost die leaving the labs. It's kind of bad.
Kill the flying pirates, guys. I'm just saying.
Thankfully, there aren't many you deal with in this run. It's the only workstation I can think of.
Don't they appear in Fendrana's Edge when you're supposed?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and those are annoying if you don't kill them, or they can be. I mean.
The pirates?
Yeah, the flying pirates. When you're
Yeah,
supposed
I believe if I'm not mistaken, those pirates appear after Gravity Suit.
Do
No,
they?
the ones in Findrana's Edge.
Oh, those are always a pain.
Yeah. I just killed them because whatever.
Yeah, and you have plasma, so it's like one charged shot and let them burn to death.
Tom is hanging over the edge. Alright, he's safely in bounds. That's good. So he's caught up quite a bit. He's still quite a ways behind, but he'll catch up. Kind of curious how Maelstrom... Oh, Maelstrom got the nice
Maelstrom.
stuck in the ground. That's fun.
Sometimes, randomly, you'll get stuck in collision. And then you can do what's called an infinite boost, and you just get a massive amount of speed.
It's a nice feature.
Except when it happens in lava.
It even happens when you don't have boost ball, which is fun.
Yeah.
Alright, so now he's getting Life Giver. Without gravity suit, who knew?
Yeah, you can do what's called a ghetto jump, which is getting increased height when jumping off a slope. And underwater, ghetto jumps are even more effective. You actually don't even need space jump.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. Like, you think about 21% skipping space jump boots. It's like, how is this? How are some of these things even possible? Well, Prime. That's how.
Bomb jumps.
And a lot of bomb jumps.
Yeah, a lot of very, very difficult bomb jumps are done in 21%, which is which is essentially low percent for Prime.
They're actually all easy, so you know.
Thanks, Filiero. Way to tell the stream lies.
Most of them are simple, just some are quite pesky.
And the reason why they are harder than usual is because you have no space jump, and if you have a space jump, you jump higher in Morphall with the bomb jumps.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like Maelstrom is heading off to do the Magma Pool infinite speed to get a power bomb early. It's kind of funny to think that this is the fastest route, even though there are 2 infinite speeds. Take a lot, and this one lags, I'm pretty sure.
This one, yeah, it takes an additional 11 seconds to get infinite speed as opposed to the other room. Yeah, both the infinite speeds take out a lot of backtracking. So even though these look really slow, it saves a lot of time due to not having to backtrack for X-ray, or mainly to not having to backtrack for X-ray advisor. It puts Life Giver in a spot that isn't weird, so it helps. It definitely helps. And Tom's looking like he's heading towards Artifact of Strength.
So he's basically caught up to where he was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tom's gonna play the next couple rooms a lot safer. He tried going really quickly through them and didn't have enough health to survive.
He has much more health now too.
Yeah.
Like last time, I think he had 56 health only. No E-tank.
Yeah, he's definitely in way better shape.
Yeah.
He's trying to boost in a spot where he's not going to fall. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I've had that before.
If you fall into lava, you consider yourself dead.
Oh yeah, there's no way to come out.
You're done.
Because the easiest way to get out is unmorphing, and you can't do that. So. Yeah, he's really good now. He's safe.
Yeah. So he just has to make sure, no matter what, that he does not unmorph.
All right, so it looks like Maelstrom did not opt to go for the camera fix or whatever.
Oh, cancel the light show.
Light show cancel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Tom does it, we can explain it then. But essentially, canceling light show will allow him to boost again. He still can't unmorph, but he'd be able to boost.
And
Yeah.
the camera stops messing up.
It can still mess up at times.
I find myself, like, even though I do the
Light show cancel.
yeah, I keep forgetting. Every time I do that, like, there's some doors where I just have the urge to just want to unmorph, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, you have to really fight the urge to morph, because you go through those rooms at the beginning of the game, so muscle memory tells you to unmorph. So you have to make sure that you don't, or you are screwed.
Alright, so Maelstrom is doing inbounds. It's fine. Definitely not worth it right away to do this wall crawl.
Yeah, Ice Beam before Flagra is even harder than Wave Sun. And the reason we called Ice Beam before Flagra is when it was first found, we used to get Ice Beam before Flagra. Now it's faster to get it after, so we now call it Ice Beam before Flagra after Flagra.
Yes, 100% is the only category that still retains the IBBF, the original name. That's why it's a better category.
IBAF.
Alright, let's see. What is he gonna... Oh, he's gonna go for the BSJ, I think. Bomb space jump. Ah, he missed it. Oh, he's gonna go... I think he's gonna keep trying.
There's
he's gonna
three
go. Okay.
ways, 4 ways to jump up this spider rail, and
You
one of
got
the
it.
ways is the bomb space jump. The other one is that you do a ghetto jump through the wall to the left after the door, and the third one is you stick to the spider rail and it climbs up all the way.
I have no idea why that last one works, but a bomb space jump is essentially if you can manipulate the camera to get an instant unmorph. If it blocks Samus while she's unmorphing, it'll do what's called an instant unmorph. So she'll instantly unmorph. It skips the cutscene. But there's about 22 to 24 frames where where the game thinks you're still on the ground, so you can use that to get a jump.
Yeah. It's funny how with each game as it progressed through the primes, the camera became more and more manipulatable. It's to a point where it gets to Prime 3 where you could do it at every single wall at will. It's kind of silly. But Prime doesn't have a ton of walls you can do it, but it's usable in some parts, as you just saw.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the top strats, like, for all the rooms, you see bomb space jump twice.
If you're going to jump, oh, never mind.
Shafts and phase encore.
Yeah, I was gonna say phase encore, but I was gonna wait until then. You spoilers.
I used to try to go for that, but I just don't understand it, so I don't do it anymore.
I don't do it either.
Do you guys do the ghetto jump?
Yes.
Left
I used to
side
not
or
do.
right side?
Left.
I mean, after entering the door.
It's on the left. I used to just opt to just go around because I couldn't do the ghetto jump, but then I used to have an alternate method of doing that, but
Alright, so MLSTRM about to get Ice Beam now.
all right. So now he's doing the Chozo path. There is I think it's slightly faster, which saves a lot of RTA if you're doing inbounds. Is just to do a UBJ or an HBJ up the side of one of the pillars. You can get into the Morph Ball tunnel without having to use the Chozo statue. It's significantly harder though, but if you can get it, you save a little bit of time.
Yeah, HBJ stands for horizontal. I believe it stands for horizontal bomb jump.
I've heard
for
high as
some
well. I don't know.
High bomb jump. For some reason these the names don't make it. The names only show like what they're actually used for. They don't really mean anything.
High bomb jump makes more sense, I think.
High bomb jump definitely does make, but yet UBJ makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, we don't know how to name things. Okay, so what Tom did was light show cancel. If your camera's in a fixed position, you can unmorph and then morph again, and it will remove, or you can actually boost again like normal. The only thing is, if you unmorph, you're still in light show, so you're still screwed.
Yeah, just if you boost when you have the infinite speed, the camera gets all wonky and can crash, but that's not as common.
Yeah, every additional time you boost, the camera just goes really weird. I've boosted an additional time before doing light show cancel and lost about 35 seconds because of it.
It's kind of funny to see the camera though. It's just like it's stationary and just I don't know.
Flickers around for no reason.
Yeah.
What camera?
If you have infinite speed and you boost, the camera just freaks out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it looks like Tom is going for IBBF AF.
Yep. So Tom's gonna get on top of a branch, and then he's gonna, after jumping on a few more pieces of collision, he's gonna do a ghetto jump to basically get through get through a hole in the ceiling.
And he got it. Nice.
That ghetto jump is very difficult.
Yeah, it can be deceiving.
Getting it first try, or what was it, second try?
I think so, yes.
Still pretty good.
Because the collision for that slope is really strange. It's not like a straight slope. It's like has bumps in it. I don't know. And there's energy core. As you can see, the door is still locked because he didn't do the puzzle. So also here, just to note, you can opt to go inbounds after that locked door if you don't want to do the rest of the wall crawl. I think it's still faster than skipping the puzzle, but it's obviously slower than wall crawling the rest.
It's faster real time. That's it. It loses in-game time.
Like that's done in 100% though. Puzzle.
Yeah, which saves 8 seconds.
Because you have to go that way. So. See this next room that Tom is. Oh.
Oh, yep. Okay, he's fine.
All right, so this next room that he's transitioning to, or trying to. Oh, he fell down.
Yeah. Okay. So it looked like Tom was like going to random spots and bomb jumping in random places. He's hitting invisible load triggers to load the next set of rooms.
Yes. I think if you're out of bounds, you're most likely avoiding all the triggers, so you have to manually hit the triggers yourself. There's many ways. There's a few ways to load rooms. You can either hit the load trigger, or you can shoot the door and jump next to it, and that usually triggers it. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it can crash. I've noticed. That doesn't usually happen. Safest bet is usually to hit the load trigger if you can. Oh, and he fell down again. Darn.
Yeah.
This next room that he fell down in, I seem to always fall down in. So.
Yeah, these rooms can be very punishing. If you've fallen out of bounds, you lose a lot of time. So, it is not recommended for beginners to do this. It's very slow.
Yeah, this is definitely my least favorite. Like this part in particular of the wall crawl is my least favorite. Once I get past this, I'm fine. Just this one room is it's a curse for me. Because
So
one
what
time,
Maelstrom?
go ahead.
Oh, okay. So what Maelstrom is trying to do is he's trying to do an R jump to get out of this. The grove. What's it called? The room.
Life Grove.
Life Grove.
The Life Grove, and that helps him avoid a fight with the Chozo ghosts and get out safely.
Yeah. That half pipe. That luckily it was nice to Maelstrom, but that half pipe is awful. Like you can just get stuck in collision for no reason.
All right, and looks like Tom has successfully finished the wall crawl.
Yeah. Now he's going to get Ice Beam.
L-lock spring space jump. I said it, Jack.
And they just high-fived each other.
Yeah, they went in opposite directions in that room.
So now, Tom is heading back to where Maelstrom was to X-ray, and now Maelstrom is heading back to the landing site and to head back to Magmor Caverns.
Yeah, he's going to stop by the ship for 2 reasons. 1, it's on the way. 2, it refills his energy tanks and missile.
Free ship trip. Free ship. I can't speak. Free ship visits. There we go. Are always nice because it doesn't waste any. It doesn't really waste too much time. All right, let's see how the half pipe treats Tom. Oh, actually, he's not gonna go down there. Hopefully.
Yeah, he's gonna do a trip. Oh, yeah, no, he didn't make. That usually can be more.
So far, it didn't stop. Okay, he's skipping the missile.
He's skipping the missile. I think he might get it on the way back.
So far, the tunnel has been okay, but
yeah,
could
sometimes
get
it can just be terrible.
that's one. This is one part of low percent that on the return trip. Wait, do you even?
On the return
Yes, you
trip.
do. Yeah, you want to avoid the falling down. Okay. Because bomb jumping up the slope is really painful.
Yeah, you don't have boost ball in 21%. 21% gets the artifacts. Morph ball bombs, Varia suit, Phazon suit, main power bombs, X-ray visor. I might be missing
the beams and
all the beams. That's
except charge. And it can be quite difficult to pull off. A lot of it's like we said earlier is mastering some bomb jumps. Because some are just really hard.
Yeah. So Maelstrom's on his way now to go get Plasma Beam.
And there's also a good thing to note in the Life Grove. There's a seedling that doesn't spawn unless you have 0 power bombs. and that's so that you don't get stuck in the room because the walls are made by Bendizio.
It'll spawn if you don't have 0 power bombs, or if you have more than 0 power bombs. But the reason it's there is because it has a guaranteed chance of getting you a power bomb. And
Oh wow. Okay, Tom got
you
up.
got it. Yeah.
Did that?
So essentially, that seedling is there to make sure that you don't soft lock inside that room.
So yeah, that bomb jump that Tom pulled off, the 3 bomb jump, is what you'd want to do in a low percent run, so you can avoid the half pipe. Because, yeah, we've already explained it. It's not fun. Don't do it.
Unless you're a master.
Ooh. Okay.
Alright, Maelstrom fell in this room.
This room, normally you're supposed to have Spider Ball to get across this room, but he's just gonna jump onto a collision on the wall and scan dash off the platform.
Alright, he made it.
Spider track. There we go.
I like the R jump strat more in the fire tunnels.
It's faster, but it can be pretty difficult. So he's opting to use the dash.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't get the dash.
He still has... Maelstrom has a pretty decent amount of health coming up. So the next part can be quite... I don't know. I seem to struggle with keeping my health up. Thankfully, there is an E-tank along the way, but you get that when you're leaving.
You want to get that when you're leaving, so that you have full health entering phase-on mines. But depending on how health is, it's might be preferable to get it earlier so you don't die.
Yeah, for some reason the power labs are just horribly, like, I don't know, it just, you could take damage very fast if you're not careful. Like, there's 2 runs I did. One run I left power labs with 4 energy, then I hit an enemy, had 1, and there's another one I had 4 energy. It was like, I can't do this.
Oh, that's Stalagmite. Maelstrom Stand-ons is not in Player's Choice or PAL. They remove that in future versions.
But you don't even need it. You could just jump from that little metal box with an R jump.
You can jump from the box with an R jump, but it's much easier to make that jump if you land on the Stalagmite first.
But even if you were here on Player's Choice with this route, you couldn't do this because you need grapple to unlock the door to Plasma.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not? Same thing goes for Main Quarry. The upper ice door is not unlocked. However, that wouldn't affect this route too much because you don't go in that entrance.
Oh, really? That room's locked without grapple beam?
Yeah, the ice beam door is locked until you get grapple. I think it's grapple.
Part of me wants to do a Player's Choice run.
Do 20. Do low percent Player's Choice. I've done it.
I also think it's grapple. Tom is now heading to get the plasma beam also.
Yeah, this ghetto jump can be a little bit deceptive.
There we go.
You get up? Alright, good.
I still go for this method. Like, I don't understand the R jump.
There's you can jump off the spider track that kind of like came out of the wall, but there's a very specific spot you need to jump, and it's also an R jump, so.
Yeah, I've never learned it, so I'll go for it.
It's pretty difficult, and if you fail it, it's very punishing.
And it's weird because the collision for that platform by the door is actually a little bit farther out than it looks, so it's kind of strange. So I've noticed runners like...
also opting to do the dash.
Oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Please don't die. You should be fine, just gotta be careful now.
Yeah. There is a backup using a specific bomb jump, but the timing, because you're in lava and you don't have gravity suit, the timing is very off.
Alright, he's good. How many E-tanks does he have? 1?
He has 1.
Wow, okay, so he did not opt for the...
Safety tank in Magmore. No, he didn't.
He's all in.
Tom's gotta be very careful now to not die again.
He might get the safety tank in Pirate Labs.
I don't know.
He gets the one at the beginning of Fendrana's, or Far Fendrana. Okay, yeah, so another way you can get up there is by doing a ghetto jump. Off the rocks onto the box. And that's what Tom did. Maelstrom decided a safety save before going up to Fendrana's edge.
Not a bad decision in a race.
No.
A really good one.
It will completely refill his health, and Pirate Labs can be a pain. So.
And he also gets a free E-tank in Fendrana's Edge.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get the E-tank yet. He can get it on the way out, which
Yeah.
is preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so normally you need Spider Ball to go up here, but just by doing a few well-timed jumps, you can skip Spider Ball there.
Yeah, they really thought about how like you needed Spider Ball in places, but you don't. Especially love the one in like the one in Furnace. It says you need Spider Ball, yet like you can get up there. It's like I don't need it. Oh well.
Well, that's part of speed running. That's part of sequence breaking.
All right, Tom finally got up there. Nice.
Yeah.
Still has low energy, but he should be okay. He could take the save if he wants to be safe.
I would hope he takes the save.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, normally you're supposed to need Grapple Beam to get over here, but you can just do a dash across.
Oh.
He fell.
Okay. The only worst.
Luckily, there's a backup.
And there's that horrible Metroid. I hate Hunter Metroids in this game. They're just so
Hunter
annoying.
Metroids are the worst.
Yes.
Yes, you can just...
If an enemy has the word Hunter in it, it's bad. Hunter Metroid, Huntering. No. Get away.
Well, you can shoot that miss. You can shoot that, or you can do an hill jump from the platform he was standing on, and you can make it.
All right, Tom is really low in energy now. Hope he okay, he is taking the save. Thank you. I not want to see him die.
Again.
Yeah.
It would make the race.
I mean, he's still behind Maelstrom. We'll see how long Maelstrom keeps lead, but he seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, Maelstrom's playing pretty well.
Yeah, like this room I don't do optimally. Like I know you can like get on the branch early and shoot the door. I don't deal with that. I just go slow because
that room. Yeah, that room can be. The problem with Fendrana's Edge, that room is very punishing if you fall because there's water underneath and you don't have gravity suit. So you move very slowly. It loses a lot of time. Oh, same with the room that Tom is in called Frozen Pike. Both of these rooms are extremely punishing.
All right, looks like Maelstrom is going for the extra power bomb expansion, which is not a bad idea because you don't have to rely on drops from RNG in labs.
Ooh, he's doing a dash from here. If he fails this, it's going to be very punishing if he doesn't make it. All right, good, he made it.
Yeah, but if you don't get this power bomb, you have to rely on drops. And sometimes you can get really lucky, and sometimes you can get punished. You won't get a drop at all, and it's really bad. Usually you'll get a drop, but you can lose a lot of time from it. So, if you're early on learning this game, recommend just getting the power bomb because it doesn't waste that much time, and
about 12 seconds.
And you avoid all the RNG dependencies.
Yeah. So Tom fell, but he managed to recover, and he luckily didn't land in the water.
I did this room in 21% conditions. You'll feel amazing. Quite a feat, but
21% is pretty much even harder than we make it sound.
Like I opted to finally learn for my latest 21% completion to opt for the inbounds of Fendrana's Edge. It's not terrible. It can be difficult, but once you pull it off, it's the greatest feeling. Oh, looks like
that
fell
fall.
all the way.
Yeah, that fall is really punishing.
He'll be okay, but he's just going to lose a lot of time because, as Xanthian said, underwater, without gravity, climbing this room is slow.
Yep. If you're too close to a wall, it will completely eat your inputs. You'll just go down real quick. The other thing is you just walk slow, you jump slow, everything's slow until you get gravity suit.
All right. So now he's heading up. He's heading into the Pirate Labs. Looks like Tom has just passed him.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in the labs, though. You never know.
Especially with Tom, the amount of health Tom has as opposed to Maelstrom. Maelstrom grabbed 2 extra energy tanks that Tom did not.
Yeah, my least favorite room in this entire lab is the one with the glass. Like, I just can't figure out how to climb the room without getting destroyed. Even with the fast strat, I still get destroyed by the pirates.
Yeah. So normally we play this game in normal mode as opposed to hard mode, but in 21% there is a category called 21% hard mode.
Yep.
It's even more ridiculous. Okay, so the room Tom is in now, he's entering it backwards. So there's a pirate who we call Edward who needs to break the glass to get into the room Tom, or get into the portion of the room Tom is in now. But if you end up getting too close to Edward, then he acts just like a normal pirate.
He got the powerbomb drop.
You as opposed to he'll attack you as opposed to doing what he's supposed to do and break the glass. And yeah, he got a lucky powerbomb drop. Thanks, Edward.
That's always.
What is he? He's.
Well.
Oh, he got.
Oh, he already has a powerbomb. Okay.
He already has a powerbomb. Okay.
Yeah, since you're not normally you would skip that expansion. Getting a drop there is very nice. Oh, Maelstrom got it too. Wow. That's nice.
Both of them are lucky. I think Maelstrom is going to opt to get it because I believe Maelstrom is going to get Spider-Ball.
Alright, so now Tom is doing the sequence right here where you shoot the tower from jumping over the barrier and he gets it. It's a pretty simple trick.
Yeah. Normally you're supposed to be in the control tower and shoot an ice window with plasma beam and then shoot a missile through that.
Even if you do that method, to have plasma, it's not. I wouldn't say it loses a ton of time.
It doesn't. If you have difficulty getting over the barrier, then then just opt to shoot it with plasma beam. It doesn't lose much time.
Yeah, that's like I say this a bunch. That's the beauty of this of Prime and its current route. Like before, there was two routes. One was easy, one was kind of difficult. Or now it's like there's one fast route, and you could choose to add or take away little things to make yourself more comfortable, which is the greatest thing.
I think the fastest strats. I'm not talking about movement wise, but just like fastest tricks. Get skipping Spider Ball, doing all the out of bounds. It saves about 5 minutes, so you can just add things in as you're learning.
Yeah,
you don't need to change your route at all, which is really nice.
Like I didn't. By the time I started getting okay at this game, like this newer route was starting to be developed, so I never really had to do the IBBF route. I heard that was really hard with Thardus Dash and all that nonsense.
Alright, so yeah, Tom's getting thermals now, and Maelstrom's on his way to get thermals.
He's not too far behind.
You don't need thermal visors, but it's much easier to fight Essence, and you can get more damage on the final fight by having thermals, and it doesn't lose much time to get it.
But yeah, as Xanthian said earlier, for low percent, we only collect X-ray because you need it to fight Omega Pirate for Phazon suit. The thermal visor is completely optional.
Yeah, one of the fights, the boss's damage is based on the visor that's open. So if you don't have X-ray visor up, you cannot damage him, even if you know where he is.
Which is unfortunate. You can skip thermal visor or X-ray.
Maelstrom's opting to get another E-Tank. So Maelstrom's currently at 5 and Tom is currently at 1.
Maelstrom's honestly not that bad. I'm glad he's deciding to do this to be more safe, because Phazon mines can be quite brutal, especially as you get closer to Omega Pirate.
Trooper pirates that have beam specific colors are very they can do a lot of damage.
And it especially helps for the Omega Pirate fight itself. So if you miss the pirate skip, then you have to deal with the pirates that are around while you're fighting Omega Pirate. It can be quite a dangerous fight, especially in any percent where you have little E-tanks.
Yeah.
Whereas 100%'s like, I don't know.
Unless you do, if you do early newborn 100%, then the rooms can also be scary.
Yeah.
But in any percent, but if you don't, then it's completely free in 100%.
All right, so, door.
Yeah, Tom is heading to Phazon Finals now.
All right, so Maelstrom successfully left the labs.
This is why you need a power bomb. Because you're not supposed to enter Phazon Mines first from here. You're supposed to enter from Talon Overworld after you go through the Crash Frigate. But because you have power bombs early, you can just go through here.
Alright. Maelstrom's opting to do the little morph ball maze. Not a bad choice. So that I personally do scan dash off the stalactite, or whatever it's called. You can also dash off of the parasite in the tunnel, but I find that a little tricky to do.
And you can also do an R jump.
And that's, yeah. You also land in a little spot and then jump off of that. But just what we're explaining now is there's so many optional strats you can do for the same thing, which is really nice. It looks like MLSTRM's also opting to fight Thardus to get Spider Ball, because learning the spiderless shafts in Phase of Mines can be quite difficult, especially for newcomers. I would not recommend learning them.
Okay, so for this fight, you need to use Thermal Visor to expose one of Thardus' weak points, and then go back to Normal Visor. And you do this a total of 7 times. But yeah, he's actually doing a lot more damage than you're supposed to, because you normally aren't supposed to have Plasma Beam here. You're actually not even supposed to have Ice Beam either, but Thardus takes no damage with Ice Beam.
Yeah, this boss is quite slow if you play it as intended, because you only have thermal and... Well, you have supers, but you have thermal, wave, and supers. The plasma, as Xanthian said, is really nice.
Yeah, Plasma deals a ton of damage. Just to compare, fully charged Plasma Beam deals twice as much damage as a fully charged Power Beam. And contrary to what you might think, Wave Beam is actually the weakest. Alright, time to check out what Maze Tom has. You want to explain that, DCR?
Alright, so I think there are, what, 300?
Over 300, yeah.
Yeah, over 300 different combinations of mazes, ranging from 15 to, like, I don't know the max. It's a lot.
55?
5, yeah, and 55 you don't want. It's super slow, whereas 15 is, like, super fast. And it's all random, so it looks like I'm not really paying attention too much to the maze that he got.
You got 39 square.
Okay, that's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's not what you want. But again, this is all based on RNG, so
yep. So
hope you get it.
15 to 55 squares, odd numbers only, not counting 53. So he got 39, which is a little bit below average.
Yeah, I still don't use Maze Finder because I can't do it fast enough. I just don't feel like using it.
Yeah, you know what? I went for it until I could get it fast enough. If I didn't make it, I didn't get the maze, whatever. So that's how I got into using Maze Finder. Shoutouts to Miles. Miles SMB created a program called Maze Finder and drew in over 300 mazes and their routes. And you just input the sides of you input the sides that do not have electricity for 3 of the squares.
And even if you don't use Maze Finder, like for the most part, like at least in my experience, like you're mostly gonna find the right path. Sometimes you'll find a maze where you'll get lost, but for the most part, find the right path isn't too hard. But having Maze Finder is nice to guide you easily. All right, so TomLube's heading into the lower mines area. This is MQA. It's notorious for being hard to get through, in my experience at least. I don't know why. This room is just my least favorite lower mines. Especially low percent.
Alright, so Tom needs to blow up this wall of Bendezium with a power bomb so that he can get up onto a pipe here and then dash using the missile expansion. Because normally you're supposed to have Spider Ball here.
Oh, he fell off.
But since he doesn't have Spider Ball, then he needs to do this instead.
I see he's struggling a little bit with this room. As I said, this room, I don't know, for some reason is notorious for being hard to do. I mean, in concept, it's really simple to do, but it can be easy to screw up if you're not careful. And all you have to do is just dash off the missile and turn quite a bit. You'll get onto the platform pretty simply. And now Maelstrom's heading back to Magmore to head to Phase Mines.
Yeah, and Tom's heading into Phazon Mines is split up into 3. The second level of Phazon Mines, and Tom is now in the 3rd level, where he's going to fight the Omega Pirate in order to get Phazon's suit, which is required to beat the game.
And I know we've been referencing low percent quite a bit, but this area of the lower mines of the 3rd level is probably the hardest part of the low percent run. Not only from surviving, but also just getting through the rooms is a challenge.
Yeah, because you don't have space jump in low percent, so it's
Also,
very difficult.
To note, the room that Tom just went through, Fungal Hall A, there is a secret world you can do to get the artifact of Newborn early via a wall crawl. It's super difficult. Not many people go for it.
There's only 2 people, so Justin, DM, and Varela are the only 2 who do it. By the way, secret world is a term for getting out of bounds.
Yeah, it's an old school term. All right. So Tom is coming again to MQB, which is a lot easier than MQA, but again, it can be troublesome with the pirates behind you. They can hit you while you're trying to dash. As see right.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, this is not good. But he can be fine. He has plasma, thankfully, obviously. And he can kill these pirates really quickly.
That dash is pretty difficult, so but missing it does cost quite a bit of time. MLSTRM, I think, is... Yep, he just entered mine, so... Okay, so MLSTRM fell, but luckily he fell in the right place, so he's fine. Because when you fall, you lose all control of Samus.
Yeah. Alright, Tom is saving before Omega Pirate. His energy is on the lower side, but it's not bad to save, especially in a race setting.
Yeah. Omega Pirate can kill you off pretty quickly if you're not prepared to fight either Omega Pirate or the troopers. Yes, Tom having a little trouble opening up this door.
Alright, so fun fact, if you are on the side when you start this cutscene, and you skip it, Omega Pirate starts as he's in the cutscene, so it gives you free shots on him, which is really nice. And for Elite Pirates and Omega Pirate, if you start on the side of them while they're activating, and you keep going around them, they will try to keep looking at you, and they won't attack until they can see you clearly, which is nice because you can easily, in this case, destroy the shields. Oh yes,
so
trooper skip.
You laid a power bomb there to try to skip the animation and prevent these troopers from showing up, which saves time and a lot of heading. He missed it though, unfortunately, so he's gonna try to kill the pirates. I'm surprised he's going for them all before. Wow, that was fast. Killing those wave pirates.
You should have enough time to do it. Optimally, if you skip it, if you miss the skip, you would want plasma because you have plasma out.
Plasma or ice are both fine. Alright, so MLSTRM is doing a maze, so I will take a look at what that maze is.
Yeah, for the Mega Pirate fight, it's pretty simple. You just need each phase, you have to 2 charge plasma shots will take him out, so 6 total. He is dead. You can also opt for, on the last cycle, powerbomb him. That also can do it if you get it correctly. And it looks like Tom just missed the last charge shot, so he still has a little bit of energy left. And
MLSTRM got a bad one.
Unfortunately, Tom missed or wasn't able to kill off Omega Pirates. Now he has to deal with him again with the pirates.
Yeah, and also, not only are the troopers around, but Omega Pirate can now see you, so he'll block your shots.
Yeah, this is really not fun to deal with.
Especially with the amount of health he has.
But it's funny, if Omega Pirate's like this and there's pirates, every time he says a shockwave, it damages the other pirates, so you can kill them off that way with Omega Pirate, but...
Yeah, just try to dodge the troopers, and Omega Pirate will kill them himself.
I know, for like 80%, 100%, it's not terrible if you happen to get this. I mean, you're losing a lot of time, but you can survive. Whereas low percent, if you either miss the trooper skip, which is hard, you can still survive. But especially if you mess up fighting Omega Pirate, chances are you're not gonna get. unfortunately. Because when you're fighting him in low percent, you need to use power bombs, or it's best to use power bombs. And by the time you do the third attack, this is your last power bomb. So after that, if you miss, well, you're gonna have a hard time taking him down.
For just to answer a question, getting Omega Pirate in the frozen state at the beginning of the fight, DCR explained this once. You need to be at a certain distance to the side and then skip the cutscene. If you're too close to Omega Pirate, it won't work.
Looks like...
Oh, hey, look, gravity suit. Oh, wait, no. So there's a little bit of a bug where you need to, or normally you do get gravity suit. So the way the game works is it will show the next level suit that you get. So power suit, Varia, gravity, and then Phazon. But since he skipped gravity, it shows the gravity suit instead. But he does have Phazon. Oh, and you're supposed to have Spider Ball, so there's no art for Phazon suit without Spider Ball.
It would be nice to see, but yeah, they didn't expect you to be able to get to gravity or Phazon suit without Spider.
Yeah, so Maelstrom here is just going up the Spider track because he has Spider Ball.
You definitely
makes his room a lot easier.
Having Spider Ball for the mines is very nice, but unfortunately, once you get to a higher level, Spider Ball, although it is nice and faster for lower mines, it's slower because fighting Thardus is so slow. And the rooms are easily skippable with Spider Ball, so. Alright, so Tom is getting newborn.
Yeah, so he just got artifact and
so the next step for Tom is he's going to head back up to the second level of the mines and then come to the difficult, well, once you practice it's not as difficult, but it still can be troublesome. The spiderless shafts, which is one of the reasons why Maelstrom got Spider Ball, is so you don't have to deal with that. For beginner, they could be quite challenging to figure out and learn. So did Maelstrom die at all this run yet?
Maelstrom has not died. This is still single segment for him. Because we optimize by in-game time, if you die, then you no longer have a single segment run because you go back to your last save and the in-game timer goes back to that save.
Yeah, if the in-game timers like stayed with the time, it didn't reset back, then it would still be single segment, or it wouldn't matter as much because you could die and it wouldn't affect your timer. I'm pretty sure Hunters is like that. Or if you die, it keeps your game time. Not too sure about that one though. Alright, Tom successfully got the elite pirate skip. Looks like.
Yeah, there's a pirate trigger there that you can just jump right over. It's a little tricky to get. Tom made it look pretty easy.
Alright, looks like Tom is 2 missiles short for the upcoming elite pirate fight, which isn't terrible because you have charge beam, but ideally you want at least 25 missiles.
Okay, so this room is the big reason why you don't want to skip Spider Ball as a beginner. What he's doing is manipulating the camera so he can do a bomb space jump, and he wants to land on a small piece of collision.
Yeah, this is probably, in my opinion, the hardest of the two spiral shaft rooms.
This is, yeah.
The BSJ is just.
This is very difficult. So, all right.
So the next part of this.
Ooh, he fell. So he's gonna try again.
Yeah. So after you do the BSJ and land on a peg, you have to land on another peg, and then you have to line up a certain spot along this, like at the spider track, and then you have to jump at it and hope you get stuck. Otherwise, you fall to the bottom and have to do this again. Now there is an alternate strat where after your jump, you can actually go to the left and jump to the left peg first. That saves time, but it's a lot harder to pull off. I haven't tried doing it though. So.
All right, so Maelstrom is now at the Omega Pirate fight. He opted to take the safety save, just in case he dies here.
Looks like Tom successfully made it up the first shaft.
Good.
Second shaft is a lot easier for me. Even the rock. There's a rock you have to stand on, which can be quite picky, but I seem to be really consistent at it for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, he got it. Nice.
Yeah, that rock is dumb. So really weird on collision.
That's now the room he's entering now. You're not supposed to enter from the back because there's a wall where he is right now, and he's trying to boost through it.
Yeah, that's because he entered the room backwards. You're not supposed to enter from this side, so Tom is going to is boosting through a wall. Yeah, and that's Calvin. We hate him. So, bye, Calvin.
And Omega Pirate, unfortunately, same thing happened. Like Tom did not die. He has to go through it again. But he has plenty of health, so that's fine.
Has plenty of time.
Looks like Tom is still trying to get to the wall. He's having a little bit of trouble there. I know there's a specific spot that you can go on, and it's pretty simple to go through. Yeah. Okay, he made it through. That's nice.
Alright, good. So yeah, there's the wall we were talking about. You just need to blow it up with the laser.
So now it's coming up is Artifact of Warrior, and to get that you have to powerbomb this tank with this Fleet Pirate in it. But even if you have powerbombs, you cannot break it. You need to actually collect the upgrade powerbombs from Phazon Mines to break this.
So even if you get a powerbomb expansion, you need to get the main powerbombs. Otherwise, the trigger just won't activate.
Just kind of unfortunate, but it's fine.
It can affect routing a little bit, but we just get it on the way out of mines.
So yeah, what he did there was he scanned the post to lower the platforms. You can actually scan that at a certain time during when the Elite Pirate is dying, and he's a cutscene overlap, so the platforms come down while the artifact spawns.
Alright, so yeah, hopefully Maelstrom actually starts targeting for Omega Pirate. There he is. Boom.
Okay, phew.
That was close.
Also, there's a way to crush the game. The platforms, like at the exact same time when the artifact spawns.
Yeah, if you put the cutscenes together and the cutscene that brings down the platforms doesn't have the entire time to go through, then yeah, the platforms aren't going to be all the way down, and while you don't soft lock, it makes it very difficult to get back up.
Yeah, I had to do that. I did that by accident in my 110, where I did it at the wrong time, and so the platforms were stuck. So I actually had to do a few UBJs to get out. It was fun. The only time I've ever done it in any percent run. And Tom is heading towards the exit phase in mines. And he went through, I didn't really see too much, but I think he went through ore processing without too much trouble at all. That room can be a pain in the neck to get out of as well for a beginner. Which you can, yes, you do. If you have Spider Ball, you can do that method. But I would recommend not even bothering. Just learn how to get up the room because that puzzle can take forever.
That puzzle's really slow.
But again, it's an option if you really don't want to learn how to get out fast. Because it can be tricky to figure it out, like how to get out. Especially the last jump is getting on the spider track can be really confusing.
Alright, so Maelstrom is going to get Artifact of Newborn. Tom is on his way to get Artifact of World.
And since since Tom went out of bounds and wall crawled to get to Ice Beam, he never actually activated anything in Hall of the Elders. Or is that, yeah, Hall of the Elders. So all the original triggers are still there. So that includes the first mandatory ghost fight. So he's gonna have to do a specific jump to avoid this giant trigger that activates the ghosts once to the peg, and then to get back onto the peg. But usually once you get onto the peg, it's a lot easier, like the second time, because you just dash. But getting peg can be quite tricky without activating it.
Yeah, this is what Tom is about to do is pretty difficult.
See if he gets it. It's on its own, the wall crawl does save time, but if you can get the ghost skip as well, you save an additional amount of time.
Well, I think he forgot that he needs to do Ghost Skip. Ooh, wow, he almost activated. Oh, he activated the trigger. I don't think he actually went for Ghost Skip.
I don't know the specific spot you're supposed to be on to jump.
What I like to do is I like to stand on the left side. There are two like little metal things like grasping the platform, and I like to be on the second one and just do a double jump there. But yeah, luckily you have X-ray visor, so this fight is fast, even if you fail it.
Yeah. Didn't he? Oh wait, he didn't get that, I guess. Okay. All right, Maelstrom's making his way back to Elite Quarters and heading out. He's gonna be going to Warrior very soon. And Tom is also just going for World now, and soon be off to the ship and the final bosses. Alright, I'm just heading out of Choza Ruins. One last pass in the save station, and then off to Town Overworld. Well, Maelstrom is in PPC, making his way up to the top, or the middle, actually. Thankfully, this room on the second return is a lot better, because if you fall down, it's not as bad, because you have Phazon suit, so you won't die as easily. Let's see if Maelstrom gets the skip. And it's not. He went too far on that platform.
Yeah. Okay, so Tom's on his way he's going to be fighting the final.
It's the fun part of the run. But you don't get to truly enjoy the final bosses until you play them on low percent.
Yeah, not having boost ball for Ridley.
and no charge beam for Exo.
Oh, ooh. Okay, let's stop talking about low percent.
And on hard mode, it's even better.
Let's not talk about this.
All right, Maelstrom is going for this extra missile, which is not bad because he has none at this moment. So having any missiles he can get is not bad, considering that missile's not far away.
Yeah, for the warrior elite, or for the elite pirate that Tom faced earlier to get Artifact of Warrior, you need 24 missiles to kill him.
All right, the only issue right now is he has no power bombs, so he cannot.
Yeah, he needs to make sure to farm for a power bomb, otherwise he won't be able to break open the glass.
All right, and Tom's heading over to Artifact Temple, which is this has the longest load. Is he gonna retina wall? He is not. All right, and this is why he gets Spider Ball. You can see Maelstrom just easily climbs the room without any trouble. Okay, now he's gonna try to farm for a power bomb. It looks like. Come on, Metroids.
Yeah, the Metroids have a bit of a low giving power bombs, so if he gets one. It's better in this room than in the room with the Warrior Elite, because, or the Phazon Elite Pirate, because that room has an even lower success rate of power.
What is Tom doing? A lot of pause buffering, Tom.
I think Tom just skipped I don't know what Tom was doing. Okay, so Ridley has two phases. He has a flight phase and then a ground phase. So during the flight phase, Ridley is going to fly around and then land on the bottom, or land on the arena that they're on. For some reason, the flight phase is not vulnerable, or is not immune to Boost Ball. Boost Ball deals a ton of damage, about 50,000 damage per frame.
Oh, Maelstrom got a double stuck in the ground there. That was interesting. I've never seen two in a row.
This is why Prime is fun.
All right, so what Tom was trying to do before, it's hard to tell, but if you shoot a shot, you have one frame while you destroy at the very beginning of the Ridley phase to shoot him with a charged shot. And if you hit that frame, the right frame, you can actually skip the entire flyby phase, which saves a significant amount of time, but it's really hard to pull off.
This game runs at 60 frames per second, so frame perfect tricks are almost impossible to do consistently.
I've only gotten it once, and that was insanely hype.
I've yet to get it. Actually, I only recently understood what flyby skip actually was.
There's an alternative thing you can do if you want to still save a little bit of time, is when Ridley dives towards you at the platform, if you boost into him, you can destroy his wings already. So when he lands, it's just a cutscene instead.
Yeah, and that saves in-game time.
But ideally, you want to go for flyby skip if you can, because it's... But the chance of getting it's very low, but it's worth it to go for it anyways.
Yeah.
Alright, Maelstrom got a bunch of power bombs. He's set. And he has plenty... Oh, does he have enough? I don't think he has enough missile. I wasn't paying attention to what is first.
Yeah. So, once again, just like the other pirates, if you're on the side, he's just gonna walk around like an idiot.
I'm not sure which is stronger, if it's ice or plasma. I feel like
It's
ice.
plasma. It's plasma.
Oh.
The reason you use ice in low percent is because you don't have plasma at the time to kill that first elite pirate.
And now Tom is in Impact Crater, which is the very end of the game. Let's see if he goes for the BSJ or not in the very first big room. He is. Oh, and he got the jump, but he didn't land on the platform, on this little whatever that is.
Missing that means the fission Metroids are going to get in the way. So you want to get that as quickly as possible so you don't have to deal with those things. Fission Metroids are awful.
Thankfully, you can just powerbomb them. That's ideal. You don't want to bother fighting them because they take too long and they split into specific beam colors. And that's just slow.
Oh, he fell.
Ah.
Yeah, this is why Fission Metroids are terrible. Hunter Metroids are terrible. Honestly, the regular Metroids are okay.
You never see these Metroids really in this version of the game, but in like Player's Choice and stuff, they added them a lot more. For example, when you come back to Omega Pirate's room, there's Fission Metroids, and PPC there's Fission Metroids. So
yeah, I guess they realized how seldomly you actually see them in the original version.
Yeah.
So they added them in more places.
Now, Tom is starting the fun boss. Let's go, RNG.
Alright, so this fight has 4 subchambers, and in the first subchamber, you get power and wave beam once each phase randomly. Subchamber 2 is power wave ice. Third subchamber is all the beams once, and then the 4th subchamber is just completely random.
Ideally, you want plasma or ice for the last subchamber. If you get wave or power, it's really bad because it just drags out the fight. Plasma and ice do significant amount more damage than wave or power.
Yeah, against ice normally... Okay, so fully charged shots, power does 50, wave does 40. Ice does 60, but against Prime deals 1.5 times, so it deals 90 against Prime. And Plasma does 100, so you really want Ice or Plasma.
Also, fun fact, you can actually use Flamethrower to damage the power phase of Prime for some reason.
It's not worth it.
It kills it instantly, I think, but it's just... Flamethrower just destroys your missiles like so fast. It's very useless. Even in 100%, you don't use it because
in 100% we just use super missiles.
Yeah, then especially for the plasma phase, like few charged plasma shots, he's gone. So like flamethrower is not worth it, and you want to save your missiles for the other beam combos.
Okay, so what Tom's going to try to do here is there is a period of time where Prime is actually vulnerable, so he tried to snipe Prime and he got it. He missed the second one, so you can essentially get 2 shots off, and it saves a significant amount of time if you can do it with ice and plasma. Not as much with power and wave, but it still saves time, so it's worth going for. Unless, of course, you're at low health.
All right, so when Tom just got the green beams phase, sorry, and during that is nice if you get it. If you happen to get it, it's fine because you can fire a lot of shots at him at once while you're getting dragged in. I really haven't gotten it on many phases. I feel like I've only gotten it on power. I think you can get it on other things, but I'm not too sure.
Okay, so apparently 2 charged plasmas and 2 uncharged ends around it. So plasma is very powerful because plasma also applies burn damage.
In ice, I think it was like what, 4 to, I don't know whether it's like 4 or 5 uncharged shots ends it. It's like 6 actually.
Yeah,
Could be wrong.
Uncharged ice beam deals 3 times less damage than fully charged. Which, if you compare that to power deals 2 damage per shot and 50 fully charged. So,
but unfortunately for ice, it is like insanely powerful, but
it's also really slow.
It's so slow, so it makes hitting it with Prime really hard, especially for low percent. It's a pain. I know we keep bringing up about low percent, but not. Oh, Tom is very low in energy. Oh man, wait, he better get that ultra.
There's an ultra there. Thank goodness. Yeah, Tom can die in this fight if he's not careful. And I don't think he saved an impact crater.
No.
So he would go back to the ship and have to fight Ridley.
But usually you're not expecting to die to these bosses, but
no,
it can happen.
With 3 energy tanks, it is a little bit difficult. MLSTRM is now getting Artifact of World, and the 3 ghosts are there because he did it inbounds, and what triggers that is using the wave beam bomb slot and using that tunnel. That triggers that ghost fight.
All right, to note to see what happened with Tom right there. It switched to plasma, and he did it again. For some reason, the last subchamber, when he switches to plasma, he has a chance to just randomly charge at you because he can. It's really annoying to deal with.
And the thing is, you kind of want to be in melee range so that he won't change beams, because he could just change beams in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't matter. He's out to screw you.
Oh, I see it changed.
Although Tom's getting pretty lucky with plasma ice.
I don't know what it was. I think it was wave, and then it changed to ice again.
Yeah, so he's getting really lucky here.
As Xanthian said, he could just change at will in the last subchamber, so you can get really lucky or really unlucky, and it can save or lose a lot of time depending.
Yeah, because I mean, there's been many times. Ooh, wow, very nice.
And Exo is dead.
Yep. I mean, there has been times where you do a fully charged shot, and then as it's about to hit him, he switches. And then you deal no damage. It's horrible.
Alright, now he's coming up against Essence.
Okay, so to clarify on Ice is also 2 charged, 2 uncharged to finish the fight. Or finish the phase.
Essence is fun.
No. Don't lie. Essence is not fun.
I mean, the final bosses were the reason why I got my 109 in the first place. I was behind the entire run until the end. Yep.
Alright, so...
Yeah.
Essence.
Yeah.
What Tom is doing is waiting for Essence to lay a pool. Although, he might not lay it there. If Essence is too close to his corpse, then he won't lay the pool at all.
Alright, he's laying it now, I think.
Alright, good.
There is a branch off to the side that you can stand on to make Essence come away from the body, which is what you want.
You can also stand on the branch too.
Yeah, so Tom is going in and out of the pool. What that does is it makes sure that the pool doesn't deplete as quickly. It won't deplete until like 20 seconds after. And then it'll just start depleting on its own.
It looks like... I can't really tell, but he might be able to get a 2 pool, but I'm not too sure about this. Definitely at least a 3 pool, but he could get a 2 pool if he gets the next pool really well. There's an alternative strat you can do, which I don't do, which is attack cancel, which is, I think it's delaying your shots.
It's delaying your shots so that when Prime does an action, you cancel it.
Alright, I don't think he's getting the 2 pool now, unfortunately. 2 pool is kind of hard to get. I've only gotten it once, and that was in my 109.
Very difficult to get a 2 pool.
Oh, man. This is not looking good.
Yeah, Maelstrom's waiting for that room to load. That room takes about 8 seconds to load. It's one of the longest ones.
Yeah, that was not a good pool at all, unfortunately, for Tom.
And right now, Maelstrom is fighting Ridley.
He should be able to get him down with this pool. Should be a 3 pool fight, as long as everything goes well.
Yeah, it should be 3 pool now. Also, something that's good to know is that Metroid Prime spawns sufficient Metroids in his pool. That means that he can die by the pool by just standing on it and burst.
Yeah, the Metroids that spawn out of the pools, they die in 1 frame to phase on me. Any of them, they die in 1 frame. So.
Alright, and Tom is finished.
Yep, Tom just finished. Congratulations to him. The other thing about the Metroid Prime Essence fight that's a little interesting is the Metroids that spawn with the pool is based on Essence's health. So
awesome.
It's every 25%. It's either no Metroids, regular Metroids, Hunter Metroids, and Fisher Metroids.
Also note, he just defeated the boss, and apparently he had Gravity Suit. And apparently now he has Various Suit again. This game is confused. And just when you thought this game couldn't be any more confused, well, here is the Gravity Suit. I don't know. Never got it, but she has it. It's a rip the good ending. How could you, Tom? He's doing the normal credits, I think.
You still with them?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no need to speed it up now.
Yeah. In Prime 1, you can let make the credits go fast. You can also make them go backwards. In Prime 3, you can skip the final cutscene, but you can't skip the credits. In Prime 2, you have to watch both. So you want to see your in-game time? Well, you get to wait an additional 8 minutes.
Alright, I'm thinking he had got a... Well, he did die, so...
He did die, lost about 10, 15... let's say one...
I'm gonna say 125.
I'm gonna say one...
No.
I'm gonna say 116.
121.
I'll say 120. $115. Okay, I was way off.
I was really close.
Good.
Alright. It's harder. It's always harder when there's deaths. Like, it's harder to gauge.
Yeah, because it's about... If you use all the optimal real-time strats that save in-game time, like all the out-of-bounds, it's about 20 minutes and 30 seconds.
Alright, so Maelstrom's now entering Phase Encore. He's opting to do...
Yeah, Tom lost me like 20 minutes.
He's opting to do the, going around
Climbing
normal
up the room
strat.
normally.
I used to do this for a long time.
Yeah, once you add in being able to do that ghetto jump, it saves a lot of time.
Yeah, I mean, it is slower, but it definitely is a lot less stressful to deal with.
It's a lot safer.
And if you always wanted missile refill,
which I believe he's opting for. Yeah, he's opting for the missile
although you don't
refill.
really need missiles, except for the orbs that come out. Even then, you don't need them. But can't hurt.
He's playing safe.
Did he die?
No.
No, he has not died. I think this might be a PB pace run for him, so he's being very safe.
Maelstrom's doing really well.
Yeah.
Oh, he fell down.
Except you jinxed it.
No, I didn't.
You jinxed it.
Possible.
I always jinx everything.
Don't watch my runs.
That's okay. I mean, he strafed by accident off the Metroid.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible.
So I'm actually gonna, because his splits are probably gonna be on the stream. I'm gonna go check this out.
Yeah, don't walk. Okay, there we go. He should be good now. Yeah, he's okay.
Oh no, he doesn't actually have splits.
I think he does, but just not on stream.
Yeah. Well, maybe because he switched to live split for this.
I think he's gonna do a double timer or something.
Yeah, oh, double timer, that makes sense.
Yeah, so splits for his own purpose.
Yeah.
Splits are a bad move.
And also, it's for a race, like, you don't really want to, especially like this, you want to be looking at your timer. You don't want to get pressured. But yeah, he's definitely doing really well. Let's see how his EXO goes.
Yeah.
I mean, he has plenty of energy, so death shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, apparently Maelstrom is minus 8 minutes of his PB, so he's having a really good run.
Yeah, if he just keeps this up, he can potentially sub 140 if he gets exceptional final bosses. We'll see how he performs. That would be really cool to see.
It'll probably. I'll guess once the final time comes up. I'm not going to guess until then.
Yeah, because you never know.
Yeah.
Okay, you got power again, unfortunately. I mean, I think you want ice first. You can skip phase.
I'm gonna say 146.
Yeah, those shots are a pain. Power beam can be really annoying to get hits on because even though you lock on, it doesn't home. So if Prime moves too much, then those shots are going to miss. Like that. And another thing is they can actually bounce back and hit you, dealing damage. There is a bit, depending on what beam it is, there's a little bit of reflect damage.
Yeah, it's like the only enemy in the game that actually you can get damage from your own stuff.
Yeah.
Really strange. So yeah, as we mentioned before, with Ice Beam being really slow, it's really unfortunate for like when you switch this to Ice, because it can be difficult to hit him because he moves around a lot and Ice Beam is really slow.
Ice Beam hits Metroid Prime.
So yeah, sometimes it's easier to just not even lock onto him. Fire at, like freely.
No, it's always easier to lock on.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation. Like if he's moving around a lot, like you can't lock on. You're not gonna hit him.
All right, so he's getting Ice Blast, which is not so good RNG.
I didn't see Tom go for the melee manipulation at all. I don't think. Like Maelstrom is doing right now, sometimes. It can be kind of tricky to figure that out without getting hit. I'm still learning that. Like I've definitely improved in the final bosses. Like I can actually snipe now. Also, fun fact about this beam right here: if you go to the edge of one of the little divots in the tunnels in the ground, it'll cancel that attack. But if you get it, you might as well keep it so you can get more shots in.
And if you're doing 100%, you can just...
Oh yeah, 100%. This fight is so nice.
Yeah.
You have all your beam combos and all the missiles, you can just kill the boss so fast.
The beam combos make this fight way faster. You do gotta be a little careful with Wave Buster though, because Wave Buster just eats through your missiles like crazy. And then Plasma Beam's beam combo Flamethrower is just 100% useless.
Well, Flamethrower works on power.
Yeah, but super missiles and charge shot are better.
Yeah, Ice Beam hitting Prime, holy crap.
Yeah, this is why 100%, like, it's a lot easier because you have Ice Spreader, so, you know.
I actually yelled out earlier in my run because I have fully charged Ice Beam hit missed Prime like twice, and I was like, please, like, don't be like this right now.
Ice Beam with Prime is not fun.
No. It's horrible.
That's why sometimes you want to just free aim and shoot because he moves too much.
Yeah, especially, well, like, I kind of made a meme out of it, but in low percent, you pretty much have to, otherwise, like, 80% of your shots will miss, and it's really stupid.
I think this is the last phase of this subchamber, or no? Still didn't get plasma. Never mind. All right, plasma's I think the last one he got.
Plasma.
Yeah, he got bad luck, I think. Or did he get ice for power? I don't think so.
He's going into subchamber 4 now.
Which is the random phase. Hopefully he gets plasma or ice. I'm guessing. Wait. That's fun. Well, just hope he doesn't get power next. Or wave again. Alright, hopefully not power. Please.
What did he get first time?
He got waved.
Oh yeah, Wave's bad.
Oh, okay, he got plasma. Also, as you notice, Prime is moving really fast. That can happen in the last subchamber. He just goes hyperspeed. Because why not?
Man.
Exactly. Alright, hopefully he gets ice or plasma again.
It won't be plasma. You can get ice though.
And he got plasma.
Wait, he got plasma again?
Yeah, it switched to something and then switched right back.
Okay, yeah, so he got lucky there.
So, other than the wave, he's had pretty good RNG. Hopefully he gets plasma again or ice. I don't know. We'll see. If it's power, that's not good, but it's alright, I guess. And it's ice, okay.
Yeah, he's getting really good RNG here.
And power.
Switch to power. Considering how close it is, it's not too bad.
Yeah, power at the end is not a big deal. Alright.
Oh yeah, if he doesn't destroy those things, they will be around once the fight's over and can deal a lot of damage. It's not too bad if it's power or wave, but if it's plasma, it's really bad.
Now is... So, let's see how his essence goes. Is he gonna skip the cutscene?
Yeah, so no cool music.
So I don't know. I haven't experienced this or anything, but apparently there's a if you skip the cutscene at a specific point, you can actually cause the whole screen to go white. And
Yeah, if you pause it too late, if you cancel it too late, then it'll go white and you're done.
and then you can't see anything anymore. So yeah. Rip. All right, he got the pool right away. That's
It's
good.
not even that you can't see anything; it's that you can't do anything. It just stays in that end state forever.
All right, so he got a good pool placement, but Prime is super far away, so he's not gonna be able to deal as much damage. Because the closer you are to Prime, the better, more damage you'll deal, because the shots can hit it more.
Yeah, so what I was mentioning before, if he's above 75% health, no Metroids will spawn, so that's what happened here.
Because we said it before, this branch, right, he's standing on makes Prime go closer to you and away from the body, because if it's near the body, he will not light the pool, and he will skip a phase. So yeah, where Prime is right now is ideal, because he's very close, so you can get more damage in. Nice, he can get a 3 pool. That's really good.
Is that possible?
Considering
Yeah.
his first pool wasn't the greatest. He made up all that to get on this one.
Yeah, he made all that. That second pool was really good.
Could I do that again? Is he gonna lead the pool already? Oh wow. Okay, that was really good.
Okay, so
Yes.
Hunter Metroid, so he does need to do a few shots. Oh, he needs to kill that Hunter Metroid or it's gonna be a real pain for him. You got it. Nice, 3 pool.
Nice, good job.
It's a PB for him.
Neat.
Yeah, congratulations. Let me guess, that's probably gonna be 145.
What are the splits say, Maelstrom?
Like minus 949.
Nice.
That's awesome. Congratulations, dude.
Second single segment, and this time in a race.
Yep.
You're getting
Do
better.
it once, much easier to do it again.
Yeah, once you do it once, doing it again is not as bad. And you played pretty well up against Tom for most of the race, even. You had quite a bit of lead.
Yeah, I was ahead for like 15 minutes. I'll take it.
Yeah, you were ahead all the way until you fell down in Frozen Pike. So, quite a lead. But not bad. Even though you were behind, you still put up pretty good. You didn't trail that much farther behind. You just stayed with him.
Yeah, my mines were pretty bad, but the rest was okay.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I'm guessing 140 or something.
No, I said 45.
I
I
said
guess. What's your
42.
PB currently?
My splits are 151.
Oh, wow. Your current splits were 151.
Yep. Okay, 143.
Not bad.
So
Not
close.
bad. It's pretty
I'll
good.
take
I was
that.
close.
That's good improvement.
Congrats. Congrats.
Thanks, guys.
Sub arrow one.
No.
Not bad.
Good run, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I believe the next thing that's coming up is going to be... I'm just gonna check the time real quick. Yeah, the next... Whoops, that's not the right one. Because it's Minish Cap, so... Yeah, 5:30 p.m. is going to be Minish Cap, and then 8 p.m. is going to be, once again, Minish Cap.
If the next one's tomorrow, I think it's my race.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be DCR versus,
Zaylee.
DCR versus, Zaylu.
Zaylu, yep.
And then after that, it's going to be Real Brev versus, Macaveric.
There's the Doba.
I'm definitely commentating DCR's run. It's gonna be good.
That's going to be fun.
I'm probably gonna do all the wall crawls just because all the ones I didn't know.
All the ones you do for your wall crawl, dude.
No, I don't. I would never survive. But I'll definitely do IBBF, AF, IF, EF, XF.
After barbecue.
XP before Flagra, after Flagra.
Before power bombs, after power bombs.
Or power bombs after power bombs.
Power bombs during power bombs.
DCR versus Xanthian. Yeah, that's not happening, unfortunately.
Not with the, not with,
Damned as hell.
Unless we win like every match.
well, let's see what the losers bracket looks.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, losers bracket is a thing. Because what is it? You're up. Because then you would be up against Icefire. Losers
What time is your
14.
race now, DCR?
11 a.m. Eastern.
Eastern? Oh shit, okay, I can do that. Nice. That'll be fun.
Nah, unfortunately, if we were in losers bracket, we would not see each other until semis if we made it through.
I mean, I know Icefire is gonna overtake me. It's just.
But what I'm saying is, in losers bracket, we wouldn't see each other until semis if we made it through losers bracket.
Because here's the.
We are way far apart on those brackets.
Like-
It would be a fun race though.
Honestly, like I said, my bracket is so difficult because even if I were somehow to scrape by and beat Icefire, then I'm going against Justin, and that is not gonna be easy.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be a tough one.
And if by some crazy miracle that happened, then I have Edson.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's just-
I'm playing Mox next.
I would be. It would be for me. Most likely, if I let's just say hypothetically, I won the next two. It would be beating Dragon, R-Web, and then it would be up against Miles.
Yeah, so I got like I said, a 104, a 55, and a 58.
Yeah,
I'm done.
103, 59, then it would be 55. So yeah, no, I'm not making that.
But there's losers bracket, so we can.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Huh? Is it too late?
See you in
All right.
losers bracket, Tom.
We should probably hop off. Minish Cap is gonna come up in like 15 minutes.
You guys have fun with Minish Cap. It's a really great game. If everyone will stick around and enjoy it.
Yep.
Everyone.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.